I got a new conspiracy for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
So they're going around all these government hollow shills talking about how aliens are demons and aliens and the Book of Enoch and everything. And it all ties into trauma-based mind control, NLP, and the Christianization of pagans.
Okay, continue. I'm listening.
So there's something about monotheism that creates really good population control. That's why you have Egyptian. It's all most everything's based on Egyptian slave control and everything like that.
You get more of a consensus.
So it comes down.
It seems like you can kind of
right.
Because they famously say about like the Middle East, it's like there's all these tribes everywhere. That's why they're always fighting. And in Africa and stuff is there's just like a million different tribes, and there's just
right. But if you can get them all worshiping the same God under the same,
you kind of get them on the same page.
You can control them.
Yeah.
So there's something about monotheism and the belief in just a singularity controlling everything that damages the part of the brain for rational thinking. And they've been doing it for thousands of years. And it really does date back to the Christianization of pagans, where they took all the pagan deities and then turned them into subcategories, angels and demons.
Sure.
So archangels, seraphim, cherubs, and everything like that. Because Christianity was not just like, oh, hey, this is so good, this is so awesome. No, it was spread by the sword, and it was a top-down forced religion, mind control.
Similar to Islam.
So, of course, you have to, it's all Jew-like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally, it's literally all. Jesus was a Jew. It's Jew-like. Islam was created from Judaism, blah, blah. I don't exactly know the deets on that one. But the thing about the aliens was, I think it was something about how people were kind of fading from the Christian zealotry. And so you got to update the system.
So are you saying that religious people are stupider than non-religious people? Is that kind of where you're getting at?
No, because you have but it does affect, and it depends on the person, but it's trying to take a incomprehensible thing and put it in a cup.
Yeah.
And there's something about that, especially when you believe, you get the Holy Spirit.
I mean, definitely Christianity is, I will say, like, it has a lot of like real genius things about it in terms of controlling people. But the fact that you're like, you're here for maximum 100 years, let's say, and they're like, yes, but
right.
Afterwards it's eternity. So, you're
right, but that's the fear-based mind control.
Yeah, but it's clever.
It's a fear-based mind control.
It's very clever.
No, I know, but they are clever. They think we're stupid and we're cattle. It's clever and intelligent because you have to keep this massive population from just because they're trying to get us to that New World Order, and which is interesting. I just was listening to Metzger and whatever that dude yesterday, and he was talking about how America was invented to create. It was pushing us towards that new world, one world order, where we're all just, the Borg. We live in our cubes, and we're all just debt slaves.
Yeah.
So it's all about language. It's all about fear, mind control.
I'm gonna get Kurt on actually in the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna send him a message after this. I'm gonna get him to come on. I think it's
he's pretty spot on. The only thing I have a problem with Kurt is the Christianity where he thinks it was populism, but it wasn't, because it wasn't like a bunch of people got together and decided to be Christians. Like I said, it was top down, forced upon. Nero turned Rome to Christianity overnight. Christians slaughtered pagans.
Yeah.
I mean, you either converted or you were just like, well, we're going to slaughter you. There's something about monotheism in general. And this is, people talk about Jews. Well, it's not just the Jews. Like I say, the Jews are the trans of religion.
Yeah, because the Jews never enforced their religion with violence. Maybe maybe financial violence.
Zionism.
Yeah.
Well, there's different levels of violence. I mean, there is that usury. which was created by the Templars. And I think the Jews are really just kind of the covering scapegoats for the Jesuits.
Ah, yeah, I've heard. I had this guy on who wrote this whole book about that, and that was his whole thing. He goes, "No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's like it's not the Jews." He's like, "It's the Jesuits."
Right, because I'm seeing what's coming out of Israel and the people that are there. Like I said, they're the trans, so they're the loud, and everybody's going to focus on the Jews. When in the shadows, you got the Jesuits, the black nobility, and the papal bloodline. I'm not saying Jews aren't. I mean, the people in Israel right now are inbred psychopaths for a lot of the part.
Yeah. Sure.
There's something about but then this is where is the Jewish identity was created by the Persians to control the Levant. Yeah. So there's nothing magical. There's nothing mystical. There's nothing holy about Israel. It comes down to that it has been a major trade route for thousands upon thousands of years. Yeah. Like 30% of the world's goods go through the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, something like that.
And then the leveling of Gaza, it's not to return the people to their holy land, which, yes, they were promised it by the Persians, said, you control this area, we control you, and we control the trade.
Yeah. It's all just
That's
dollars.
Where the Ben Gurion Canal comes in.
It just all comes down to dollars and cents at the end of the day, right?